Other commentators say it's out of his liberals.
Good morning.
Morning.
And welcome to the new year. Happy New Year. Yes, I'm going to say. But we're glad that you're here. We're excited for who we have with us today. And although he's been a bit nervous, I think, he said to me, "Why was it called a concert?" I said, "Well, anytime you play is a concert for us, but it's not a black tie affair." And so maybe concert means something different to Jay. But if you've been around First Press for any amount of time, you have enjoyed Jay's music every Sunday.
Absolutely.
And we are excited. The reason we moved to the McCullough room is because we weren't sure that the piano in Westminster would do justice to Jay's talent. So we decided to move in here, and it's just like Jay has invited us to his home, and we're sitting around in his living room, and we're going to be able to hear from him. And he's got some things picked out. He's going to share a little bit about himself, and we're just honored and excited. And maybe we'll just forget about lunch.
Just sit here in the living room.
And we'll just stay here and fall asleep on the couch and all that good stuff. And all of the signups for January are on the table outside of Westminster. Next week is our birthday lunch at Stoneworks. We've been there before. It's a great place and good food, so sign up. I had made a reservation for 30, and we had 20 last week, and now we have 25. So there's still room, and I can still amend it if you haven't signed up. And we'll do the same ordering that we did last time, a limited menu, and you can order off that. And if you just are hard to please and there's nothing on that menu, then we'll work off getting you something off the other menu that you like. But we enjoyed our time there last May, I think it was. So make sure that you sign up for the upcoming events. Maybe a couple things that if you have learned that Will Etheridge passed on Sunday, his services on Monday, and that was just such a quick thing. I think he was taking Christmas decorations down. He either fell off the roof or off the ladder, and it complicated his lung, punctured a lung, I think, and then the lung finally collapsed, and it was just shocking to everyone involved. So pray for the family.
It's okay for you?
The services here.
Make sure you're okay.
And then there was something else that I thought we all should know. And it's escaping me. Any other care needs that you're aware of that are particularly connected to keys?
So I have a question. What time on Monday?
I believe it's 11:30, but I'll find that out before we get to lunch. So, well, glad you're here. I hope you came ready to listen to some good music. Jay, keep going. He wanted me to talk, so he didn't have to. But we talk, and we will be happy with whatever you do.
Right.
And we're so glad to have you with us. And already it's been worth it hearing you.
Oh, thank you.
So, he's such a humble man. Such a humble man. But so go ahead, it's all yours.
Okay, all right. If you don't mind, if I stand up here, it'll make me scared. Big time. So I always feel much more comfortable if I sit on a piano bench or organ bench. So I can talk through the piano instead of my broken English. So everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Good. Well, when I was contacted by Reverend Joe several months ago, can you do kids program? What am I talking about? Well, can you be in the kids program and do something? What? Just whatever. Okay. So how long should I do? 1 hour? Oh no, that doesn't work. There is no way I can do 1 hour of something. I mean, my life can be said just in 15 minutes max. And maybe I can play some piano. Yeah, maybe about altogether, maybe about 20 minutes or 25 minutes max. And you're gonna have your lunch a little bit early today. Okay, hope you don't mind for that. And okay, so I was thinking about what I'm gonna do, and I just gonna tell you about my background, my life, a little bit, and then maybe I can play some of the little bit of the piano, and then maybe I can give you a quiz. You can guess what that piece is, or it doesn't need to be classical. It can be like a Disney, or it can be TV show. It can be whatever. Anyway, and you know, I'm Jae Ha, organist here at the Presbyterian Church. I was born in Korea, of course, South Korea, not North Korea. There's no way, they don't have any organ over there. Okay, so I was born in Korea, 1973. In Daegu, South Korea. Daegu is the third largest city in Korea. It's like the southern part of the Korea. It's just like here in San Antonio or Texas. It's a very conservative area. And I was through there for like until I was let's see, like a third grade of the elementary school, and then I moved to Seoul. But back then, my mother was my first piano teacher, and she was the most cruel, harsh piano teacher. You know, the parent as a teacher never works. Never worked. I mean, I still remember the first piece I had to play. It was not easy, but it sounded like this. That was number one. Number 3. That's so hard. I almost made a mistake. Okay, so my mother was my first piano teacher, and she actually majored in voice. She was a soprano, but she never actually finished her degree because if she got married, and she just gave up everything. And then I think she had kind of ambition to make me a musician, classically trained musician. So she couldn't do it, so she wanted to make me, through me, she wanted to have her dream come true. So anyway, I learned from my mother for like 6 months, but that never worked. She forced me to practice like 1 hour on this. It makes me crazy. There was no way. Then I hated it. I hated piano. And back then in Korea, the piano is for the girl, not for boy. So I always said, whoever asked me, do you play piano? I don't know anything about piano. But anyway, my mother found the private piano studio, and then I got a real piano teacher, and I practiced a lot. Of course, my mother was always listen when I practiced. Even she was preparing a meal in the kitchen, she's doing the yard work. She was always monitoring my practice. So if I made a mistake, she ran and told to me and had about 1-inch bamboo stick.
Oh.
Bam! And it was hard. It was really, really painful. Yeah, so it was not really fun experience at the beginning, but because of my mother's pushing me to practice at least 1 hour, 2 hours, like that. And during the vacation, 3 hours. My technique improved a lot. So exactly about one year later, I can play this kind of piece. This is a Mozart sonata. Something like that. So that was really, really good for the only 1 year experience of the piano. So my mother was so proud of me. So she even forced me to practice more. So the thing is that, I almost memorized everything. Do you remember? You see, this is about 45 years ago. No. 45, 44 years ago. I still remember because I had to practice so many times. So, back then I was like 6 years old, 7 years old. And I really loved reading comic book. So I always have a comic book right next to me. So I could finish so many comic books. My mother doesn't have any clue because she was not me. Anyway. So back then, so I live in Daegu, Korea, and we had 3 major Korean broadcasting company, but they didn't have much good stuff back then. I'm talking about the late 1970s. So luckily I live right next to the American Air Force base, not so far away. So they have AFKN, which is American Force Korean Network. So I could see their American broadcasting the programs, like the TV shows, like the General Hospital, or like a Disney thing on a Saturday morning, or all those like Star Trek. Of course, I couldn't understand anything because I didn't know English at all. But it was so fascinating. So I watched a lot, and I still remember some of the tune. Guess what this is?
What do
about this? I don't think you know this one. This was the opening song of one of the TV show.
The dating game.
Don't get it?
The
Nobody
date-
got it? Dating
Dating
game.
Dating.
Or dating show, or dating game. Something like that. This is actually Spanish Flea. The name of the piece is Spanish Flea, but it was used for that show. Right, okay. And also, just one more. Anybody know?
Looney Tunes.
Yes. I thought everybody knew this. Maybe AFK and I watched was kind of special. I don't know. Anyway, I have so many lists, but maybe I can play later. But anyway. So I studied piano with my private piano teacher, and very bad thing happened to my family.
Oh.
I sort of getting like to play piano because my technique is getting better, and my mother is kind of push a little bit less as time goes on. But I have one little brother. My little brother passed away when he was like a 9, and I was like a 12. He was on the way home from summer Bible school during the summer break, and I was about 10 feet behind of him. He was hit by taxi, and then he survived for 3 days in a big hospital. But that was it. And then I had to stop the piano, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I decided to be a minister, pastor or minister, or whatever you call it here. I don't know what got into me, but I promised God, I'm gonna be a pastor when I grow up, and then I'm gonna be a pastor. And my mother was super happy for that. And so I just kind of stopped the learn piano. So but I couldn't stop because of I love so much now. So when I was the last year in elementary school, my homeroom teacher suggested me, why don't you go to the Juilliard Pratt kind of Korean school? I think you can get into it. Really? Can I? Oh, okay. She suggests me that, and I prepared the piece, and then I was able to get in. So from that time, I get the really professional training. I got the lesson from one of the top college professor, and all their piano was the Steinway grand, and then their practice piano was at least Yamaha. So it was a heaven for me. I learned a lot there, but there are so many good pianists, so the competition was so hard. So now I had to practice like 4 or 5 hours per day. Yeah, every single day I had to practice them. But The difference is my mother doesn't push it. I had to do that to survive over it. So the first semester, I still remember my jury piece was the Beethoven. You know the Moonlight Sonata, right? The first movement is. So long, but the third movement. That's the third movement. I love the piece. It's a Beethoven, of course. And I could see the myself grew a lot and getting become more professional pianist. And then 1 year later, another jury piece was the Chopin Fantasy Impromptu. If you are Friday Singers members, you've heard this so many times. I still remember this piece. That's practically about 40 years ago. 37 years ago. I still remember whole piece. Because I have a lot of time, I can play whole piece.
Thank you.
Just listen. Chopin. Thank you very much. Hopefully you didn't sleep during the music. Okay, I love this piece. This is one of my most favorite piano pieces. I can still play. And after this, I played a lot of other pieces, but honestly, I cannot memorize. I cannot remember. I need the music to play. So I got the 3 years of really, really nice education from that school. And then my mother's business went super bad. So that school was very expensive. I couldn't attend that school anymore. So I just went to the regular public high school. And then my mother said, what about you give up now? I mean, you don't have money. You don't have anything to, you don't have any money to spend on your music education. So I thought maybe that's the God's guidance to be a pastor. I was thinking that way because there's no way I can get a music education anymore. But I couldn't give up. But I studied really hard because of a previous experience at the middle school. Because I had to play piano like 5-6 hours per day, didn't have much time to study. So my academic study was not really good at all. My piano was really good, but my maths, my English, my Korean, all those were kind of maths. So when I go to when I went to the public high school, my rank was super bad. It's like 40s out of 50. Some people, I was impossible to go to the college in Korea. College in Korea is very competitive. You gotta be in the top 1% or 2% to go to the really good one. So the first time I saw my new teacher at the first year of my high school, he said, your ranking is 40. If you wanna go to the Korean, whatever the university or college, you gotta take the 0 off. So 4, otherwise you cannot go. So I studied super hard because now I don't have anything to play. So that 5-6 hours I could just spend on studying. So next test, the ranking was 4. I made it. I was so happy. So now I think I'm gonna go to the theology school. So I'm gonna be a pastor. But still, somewhere in my mind, I want to be a musician. I cannot give up. But in Korea, the high school is a 3-year. So the last year of my high school, one of the college professors contacted me. I don't know how. Maybe who, I just still don't know who told about me to that college professor. I just don't have any clue. He contacted me and you want to get a lesson? You want to go to the college with your music, your piano or whatever. So of course, I didn't hesitate at all. Of course, I wanna do that. But I already promised God I'm gonna be a pastor. So I had to kind of compromise. Okay, I'm gonna do church music instead of the piano. So I chose the organ. Organ is more like a church instrument, not super secular. So I talk about it to my mother, and my mother that's a very good idea, and maybe that's what God actually wants from me. So I prepared for the church music department in the Yonsei University. That's just like a Yale University here in America. That's a very nice private school. So I practice, and also now I'm academic is really good. Usually, music student academic was not really good. Because they don't study much. But my academic, the rank was really good, and also I prepared the piano really nicely. So I went to that school, top number 1 entire music school. So I got all the tuition free for the full ride for 4 years. So I was super happy, and I knew this is what God leading to me. I just could feel it. My mother was not with me back then because my mother was a missionary. My mother became a pastor while I was in high school. And then she became a missionary, and she actually came to America to support the Korean ladies who got married internationally and then kind of divorced, and then under a lot of drug influence, like the heroin or those kind. So she came to America and then helped all of those ladies, and then I lived alone actually for that last year. So a lot of other people blame on my mother. How come can you leave your son alone for the most important time of his life to prepare for the college? But I didn't have any problem with that. And then my mother always told me, God will take care of you. Don't worry about it because I'm going to do God's work. He will take care of me, so I don't need to worry about anything. I really trust that. And then that really happened. So I began to the church music department and then organ major. And I learned 4 years of organ over there. And then last year of the school, I had to make a decision on what school I'm going to go for my master. One of my friends actually majored in organ here in UT Austin. And I had kind of contact with the professor, and professor really want me to go over there. So he gave me a lot of, he said he can offer me a lot of scholarship. So I came here to Texas. Now I'm thinking that was a really good decision. I love Texas. Now this is, I'm sorry, I gotta change a little bit subject, but last time I visited in Korea was like 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. I felt totally like a stranger. I mean, I was the only one who used the cash to ride the public bus. Everybody else used their cell phone or car, and everybody was looking at me when I pay like a coin and bill. But maybe they thought I'm from North Korea or China or anywhere. Anyway, so it was totally different because I didn't go back to Korea much. That was like 10 years. I never went back to Korea for the last 10 years since that last visit. So when I came back here in Texas, I felt so much like a home. This was my home. I knew everything here. And even though my English is not good, but I felt like I'm now spoiled to be American. That's what I thought. Okay, that's pretty much that story. I go back to my college life. So I was accepted to the UT Austin. So I came here to the organ program. And organ practice room was on the top floor because the organ pipe is long, the tall. So they couldn't put anywhere in between floors, only the top floor. And then luckily, right next to that practice room, there was a jazz department. Because they are so loud. They only could play on the top floor. So, and I had a little sofa in my practice room. Whenever I'm kind of exhausted and kind of get bored, I just sit there and hearing the big band, the jazz, and it was such a trip. I loved it, and wow, it's a totally different kind of music. I love it. Yeah, I didn't know much about the jazz before, but so I actually loved so much. I went to went to see the head of the jazz study, the professor, and I asked, is there any way I can take the jazz classes? are you gonna be okay? I'm totally beginner. I don't have any idea, but I love jazz. He said, okay, you can audit. Okay, so the first class I went to was jazz theory. Jazz theory. So I went to there. In the very first class, the professor asked, "What is F major chord?" Nobody was telling about that. So like, what? Everybody's so fool. F chord is F A C. So I was just raising my hand. It's a F A C. Everybody was just looking at me weirdly, strangely. What are you talking about? Oh, it's FAC. Isn't it? The professor was looking at me like, okay. And then later what I heard was, this is F. This is F chord, not this. This is the blues F. Okay. Okay, something like this, blues F. I was so ashamed. I mean, everybody was looking at me. I said, he is the one saying the FAC of the F major chord. I could almost go back to the class again. But I just, I love the jazz, so I just stayed there. I finished the jazz theory class. I don't know how much I actually learned because it was so hard. They learn like a bebop, they learn blues, they learn so many bossa nova, so many things, but I loved it. And then luckily, they opened the jazz piano technique class. So I actually, not auditing, I actually took that class. And then I learned a lot of stuff. You everybody know bossa nova?
Yes.
Like, I love bossa nova. Like, let's see, I can play pretty much everything in bossa nova stuff. You know this one? You know this? What is it?
Chopstick.
Chopstick. Let me change it to the little bit of bossa nova stuff. This way. And I really, really like this kind of just having a fun over here. So when I came to the first class, I just keep doing it. And then now I just kind of mastered it somehow. And so I finished my master's and I finished my doctorate. And you know what happened? Willie's husband, Ed, called me. I was really worried about because here in America, I should find a job within 1 year after my graduation. Otherwise, I gotta go back to Korea. So I was worrying about what can I do? Maybe I gotta go back to become a Wooden professor somehow. What should I do? I just pray God. I don't know what to do. You just lead my life. And then I got a phone call from Ed Willing, saying, "We have opening here. Are you interested in this position?" Of course, of course. And back then, Dr. Roy Yamro was here as a music minister. I'm talking about 21 years ago, 22 years ago. I've been here in 21, I guess, 21 to 22. And I got a phone call, and then I came here like for the audition several times. And in short, I got the job. And this the last 21 years is the best time ever. With so many good people here. I mean, couldn't be better than this. I mean, all the people from FPC, super nice people. I don't know what they do in their house, their home, but at least they treat me super nice. So all I care is that. Yeah, I love everyone, and they love my music, and yeah. So that has been a wonderful year, but something happened to me about 5 years ago. I had my organ recital in Laurel, Mississippi. I had my recital. They had such a big organ, like 2-3 times bigger than our organ.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, but the space was about the same. So it was super loud organ. I was so enjoying the organ because it has all the possible sound, the different sound. So I practiced like 4 days, like 4 hours per day, and then I had a recital, and then I came back to San Antonio, and then somehow I keep hearing that somebody's mowing 24 hours. So I asked my wife, "Are they mowing this night, this late? Nobody mowing. I don't hear anything." Oh, I felt something happen. Something happened with my hearing. So, oh no. So I went to I made an appointment with the ear doctor, ENT, but the appointment was super late because of the waiting was so long. And then that Wednesday night we had a choir rehearsal. I went to the choir rehearsal, and that piano was super nice piano. When I first pressed something like that, I heard the piano sounded like a nursing home piano. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's totally weird. I was in panic. Oh, what's going on? Oh no, something. I really hope it's just like a temporary stuff with my hearing. It's maybe just earwax buildup or something. And then eventually I met the other ENT doctor. He said, "What I'm here having is sudden hearing loss. They don't know any reason. It can be viral, it can be noise induced, or it can be just a genetic." He suggested me that you get a 3 steroid shot through my eardrum. So I did it. I did all that, but unfortunately, no, nothing worked. They said 70% of chance it works somehow, but I was that unlucky 30%. It didn't work. Yeah, but I still could hear the conversation, and even though it sounded like a nursing home piano, but it's still in key. So that's a G, that's a C. I could hear all that difference. But after 1 year later, it's getting worse and worse, worse and worse. And then I couldn't make a differentiate. This one sounds the same. I was in panic. I thought, yeah, I'm done. I gotta quit music because like I don't see anything wrong. I hear it just like, but but everybody else here. I was kind of, oh no, what to do now? There's nothing I can do. And then I asked my doctor, can you do something? Is there any recovery can be possible? She said, no. Once your hearing set is gone, it's gone. Nothing can be done other than cochlear implant. So cochlear implant, I can hear the pitch and the music? No. We have like 10,000 of hearing cells over the entire spectrum of the frequency, but that cochlear implant only has like 10 or 20. So 10 or 20, even PM has 88 key, and 10, 20 only maybe only for the C. So she said, that's maybe the only way you can function, but you gotta give up the music. So I told her, no way, I'm not gonna take that. Music is most important. So I was getting frustrated, and then I just ignore what I hear. I ignore, and then just thinking everything, hearing everything through my brain. I just shut off my hearing. So when I play the hymns of the organ, I just don't listen. I just imagine the sound. And I was almost suicidal back then. I was thinking, well, what I can do now, and then I'm usualist now. Only thing I can do is the music. That's not possible for me anymore. So I was super depressed. And yeah, I was thinking about the suicide several times. But sometimes I could hear the music a little bit. So I was thinking, maybe I can train my brain. Because the problem was on the middle C, above was half step up, and the middle C below was just original. So everything I play like sound like this. Totally weird, but it sounded like normal to me. So I force myself on the top weird half step up kind of range. I forced my brain. No, what I'm hearing is half step up, half step up. Just keep forcing me, and the original sound is half step below. I trained my brain, keep pushing my brain. Now, honestly, it's not happening to me. But if you want me to differentiate, I cannot. But at least what I hear to me is. But if I play, it's very hard for me to distinguish these two. But at least I can enjoy the music, and I can still improvise. It's our brain is very flexible, so we can sort of train. So that's my situation right now. And also, it's very hard for me to hear conversation. But the hearing aid has a lot of accessories, so I can connect those to our public sound system. So all the pastors and everything actually directly streaming to my hearing aid, so I can hear no problem at all. I'm really lucky to have that. And with all the technology, I can still function, and I can still enjoy some of the music. And honestly, it's not 100%, but like let's say about 60-70%, I can enjoy still. So it's already 51, and I'm sorry, it's getting too sad, right? Yeah, actually, I think that's pretty much of what I have right now. You have this handout.
Yeah.
Okay, let's change the mood. I don't want to finish like this. I brought you some of the oldies and goodies kind of songs. If you don't sing louder than piano, I'm gonna just stop and go home. Okay, so you see, you should know these pieces. Okay, so let's sing all of this quickly and then let's finish. Okay, Mr. Salmon. Everybody know Top of the World by Carpenters?
Yes.
Okay, that's right. Okay, very good. Next one. Byway. Everybody knows this, I guess. Let's see. Mountain. Climate mountain?
Yes.
Yeah, let's try that one. Okay. Let's finish with the last carol of the mountain. Let's finish with the carol because we are still in Christmas season. All right, let me pray one time through and then you shall sing.
And you told me you did a half an hour. But you filled an hour with us. So we really appreciate that.
I don't know what I said.
I hope you're going to stay for lunch with us.
Oh,
I
yeah.
understand if you don't. I know it's your day off, and you probably have some honeydew list to take care of. But thank you, Jay.
Joe, may I say one quick word about Jay too?
No.
And please, every single Friday, Joe is at Friday Singers, in case you missed him, and some of the others of us are here right now because we usually have Friday Singers, but not today. But I just wanted you to know he takes really a day off to be with us at Friday Singers, where we go into nursing homes all over the city nearly every Friday. Sometimes there's a lapse in that, but we can hear Jay's talent, and we love him not only because he is a person trying to follow the will of God, and we can see that now. I didn't know we learned a lot about Jay today. I just wanted you to know what he means to those of us who are with him every Friday. He doesn't have to do this. He does it because he loves other people. He loves the Lord. He loves the music, and I am astonished over his ability, his talent. You know, Beethoven had the same thing happen, right? Beethoven also lost his hearing and had to manage. And I did not know all of these things that Jay told us, but I just wanted you to know what Jay means to me and to those of us in Friday Singers.
Thank you so much, Jay. One other thing that I learned about Jay when we were on a staff retreat at TRM, he's a mean ping pong player. With a ping pong paddle in his hand, he was just chasing us all over the table. And that was so much fun. We have never gotten together to play ping pong again, but maybe we need to bring a table in the church somewhere. But thank you so much, Jay. I hope you can join us. And if you're available, would love to have you and your wife join us next week at Stoneworks, our treat. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Let me pray for lunch, and then we'll just go right from here to Westminster. Father, we're thankful for our time together today. We're thankful for Jay, thankful that you guided his path, that you kept him to the task of music and practice, and you led him to us. And we are so thankful for what he brings to every service, whether it's worship service, whether it's a time like this. Pray that you would give him comfort about his hearing, even give him healing and relief. But we are so thankful for him. And we lift up the Etheridge family as they prepare for a service on Monday. Pray that you would give us wisdom and direction on how to come along beside them as their brothers and sisters in Christ. Thank you for the food that we will share together. Thank you for those who prepared it, those who will serve it, and give us great fellowship around the tables. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
I just don't know what
Pass your song sheets in this direction. It was worth it all, right? All the work. It took a lot of coaxing.
Glad you can make it today. It's Gloria, right? Help you? Everything moving? Got everything moving? Guys, sorry you didn't the couch too.
Very hard for me to
I'm sorry. So I said.
Took a lot of this.
Yeah. Carry it.
She's a That's what I thought. We're wasting. Are you guys staying? I'm not sure. Nancy. Are you guys staying for lunch?
Yes.
Well,
it's over in Westminster.
A
large room over here.
Okay, go that way?
Yes.
Either direction. This place is. Been a while.
And I thought, no, you know what? Let's just wait another day. And I said, right.
Ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.